intelligence and smart thinking that Brady police apprehended a wanted fugitive. They'd been going door to door yesterday morning in an area at risk for flooding, and the officer recognized Samuel Tremblay from an FBI Most Wanted flyer. Tremblay and his gang had committed 5 armed robberies, including 3 bank heists in South Texas, the last of which resulted in 2 dead, including one of Tremblay's gang. That was a month ago, and the San Antonio FBI had bumped him to the top of their internal most wanted list. The U.S. Marshals had been scheduled to bring Tremblay to the federal courthouse in San Antonio on Tuesday, since Monday was Labor Day. The small jail in the Brady Municipal Courthouse was sufficient to house the suspect for the long weekend, but last night the basement where the cell was located had flooded when a support wall cracked, and the pressure resulted in severe structural damage to the 150-year-old building. "I thought we were just bringing Tremblay in," Nate said. "This morning my officers responded to a domestic violence call out by the reservoir. Arrested a guy by the name of John Carr, though he has no ID on him. We've sent his prints in to confirm. His girlfriend's in the hospital. She doesn't want to press charges, but since Carr took a swing at one of my cops, we hauled his ass in, hoping to convince the young lady to change her mind. Might not matter since we have 2 cops who saw Carr throw the girl across the room." "And why are we taking him?" Nate asked. "He can't stay here, and I can't let him go. I called Austin. They can't spare a car, and the 87 is flooded between here and San Angelo, so there's no easy way for one of their patrols to get out here. I knew you were coming in for Tremblay, called down to Bexar County Sheriff's Office, and they said they'd take him. No way am I letting him out when his first stop will likely be to the hospital to terrorize his girl." Nate didn't look happy about the change, and Lucy didn't blame him. They didn't normally handle prison transports, but with the storm and local law enforcement working overtime on emergency calls, they didn't have much choice. Tremblay was an FBI Most Wanted, and he was their responsibility. "I should have tried to reach you. I'm sorry," Osgood said. "Last week we had a lot of damage, no flooding, but the ground is so dang saturated right now that there's been several flash floods. The reservoir sustained damage last week, and now our engineers are trying to prevent a major breach that could take out a community of 300 folks. We may have to evacuate if they don't get it under control. I can't spare the manpower to watch these 2 outside of lockup." "It's fine," Nate said, "but it took us 3 hours to get here because of traffic and weather, so we need to get going. I don't want to deal with this storm and nightfall." It was nearly 2 in the afternoon, though the dark gray skies made it appear timeless. Eerie and creepy was more like it. "We have the paperwork ready. Do you have a good map of the area?" "Yes," Nate said. He sounded snippy, which was unlike him. As soon as the chief walked away, Lucy said, "What's going on?" "I don't like changes. If I had known we had more than 1 prisoner, I would have brought in a second vehicle." Lucy had never worked a prison transport. She didn't really know what it entailed beyond what she'd learned at Quantico. And every transport was different. "You want to transport them separately?" "No. I want a tail or a lead car, someone to watch our ass." "We can call in backup. I haven't done this before if you want to bring in a more experienced team." "It's not you, Lucy. When Leo called me and said they needed 2 agents to come up here and transport Tremblay, I picked you. I like working with you, and I know you have my back. The point is, I've done transports before, in the Army, albeit it was a different situation. We had shit going on around us, but we always had a minimum of 2 soldiers for every 1 prisoner, preferably 3, but since we don't generally have sniper fire or landmines in the U.S., 2 is sufficient." "You're joking." He shrugged. "Sort of a joke. The faster we get to I-10, the happier I'll be. I have a route I want to take that's longer, but it'll get us to I-10 fast."